Hello, testing. Hello, New College. Look at you. Now back at me. Now back at you. Now back at me. Now look at you missing all those New College events because you had to take the early bus to get home. Now back at me. I'm Mary Lou, candidate for off-campus director, and I've got your back. How? I've been taking the TTC for the past 3 years of my life, so I understand the challenges that off-campus students undergo. So I will make sure to make all events commuter-friendly. I also have 2 years worth of experience organizing events for Flick and orientation. So I have the negotiation skills to get the best tasting food at the lowest price. I'm not only dedicated to work with my partner to integrate our ideas for new programs, but to also continue the events that our current off-campus directors have implemented this year. I'm passionate about strengthening the community we have here, so I think it's really important to create more incentives for commuters to visit New College. Now back to you commuters. Results from our previous commuters breakfast poll show that 39% of you don't know that we have a commuters lounge, and 49% of you don't even visit New College. And so you ask me, what am I going to do about these numbers? Now back at me. Here's my platform. Number 1, if elected, I will create mentorship opportunities for commuters by matching upper year students with incoming students so that based on their subway routes so that new students can talk to a peer mentor on their way home. I will make use of the spaces like the commuters lounge and and other things that I will do for you as
Good evening, New College. My name is Sam Killackey, and I'm running for off-campus director. This has been the first year that I lived off campus, and my eyes have been opened to the commuting lifestyle. I'm sad to say that I lost touch with a lot of the New College community that I've grown fond of. I fell into the routine of commuting to school, going to my classes, commuting home, repeat, without finding time for many things new. So I find that I'm worried that other commuters like myself may be suffering from what I like to call travelitis. It's the fear of participating and getting involved due to time spent traveling. The main symptom is people asking you all the time, I haven't seen you for like 8 months. Do you even go here anymore? I think it's time for an intervention. If elected as off-campus director, I plan to continue the effort put forward into making that commuters lounge a place where students actually want to be. This would involve further renovations, but also lounge promoting events aimed specifically at commuter students. These would be middle of the day, relatively short events that don't require a lot of commitment from the students so that they can drop in, drop out as it fits their schedule. Another one of my main goals is to make sure that Orientation 2013 is extremely commuter friendly. I'm going to be downtown all summer, so I'll be able to help out the exec team as much as they allow. House hunting has been probably one of the worst experiences of my life because I did not know how to do it. So, my plan is to organize various off-campus housing seminars just to kind of ease students into the process. This will go on throughout the year. Overall, commuters need a director who is approachable, who's easygoing, dedicated, and who's been in their shoes before. Someone who has suffered from travelitis and has overcome it to be a face of New College. Vote Sam, I'm looking out for you.
Hi, my name is Michael Ansell, and I'm running for off-campus director. As off-campus director, I will deal with commuting students and their issues and concerns. I will try and gather as many opinions as possible to make their lives better. One way I would do this is by implementing a suggestion box throughout Wetmore and Wilson Hall and probably NTSE office. My main focus, if I was elected, is awareness, because I know that there's not a lot of people that know about events. Because right now, I see that a lot of you people are either on NCSE or hang out with NCSE. So what about the rest of the students? I have been very involved in New College, and I was a frosh leader and I was in the commissioner program. I believe that there's a lot of things that can be done with the commissioner program in terms of helping out with events in all ways, facilitating events like the commuter breakfasts that I want to preserve and improve. Turn It Up is a good one. I was thinking of making events as early, or having a poll, or gathering as many suggestions as possible as to what would be a good time that I could try and make events. And that addressed the issue of commuters going home and being worried about going home. I also wanted to continue the Metro Pass raffle that was started and was implemented this year. I would try and, if possible, make 2 or 3 raffles, or make them, I would have them on a monthly basis, and I also want to direct attention to orientation.
We are now open to questions, and we're going to start with Jack.
Hey guys, so apparently all 3 of you are very concerned, obviously, because getting the opinions of commuters can be very, very difficult if they don't live in residence. Many commuters never even enter the 4 walls that is New College. So you're going to have to think of very inventive ways to get their opinions. The commuters brunch is a good one. Suggestion box, they tried to do that this year with the NCC and they weren't that successful. So you're going to have to think of unique ways to get these opinions. Do you have any interesting ideas?
I was thinking of expanding the Commuters Forum. I know that Adrian and Jin started the Commuters Forum this year. I think we should send a link of the Facebook link to everyone through the listserv, and use that as a mode of communication. And the results from the Commuters Breakfast show that the majority of students know about these events through things like Facebook and posters. So if elected, I plan to work really closely with the marketing and communications director to advertise these events.
So, as she was making a point, online is obviously really important. I would try to, right from the get-go, so right during frosh, really encourage, because there's no way to force, but really encourage that they sign up for, say, this Facebook group that we're going to be talking a lot about. That's kind of the easiest way, just to make sure everybody hears about it, because if we advertise here, hey, Facebook, they're not going to come. It's only going to be the people that are looking at the signs and who had already gone to the events. Other than that, word of mouth is going to be really big. It's going to be up to us to be hanging out around New College a lot, so the odd times people do come, that we'll be able to hear their ideas and whatnot.
Yeah, as I was getting to, before I ran out of time, I was going to try and advocate the fact that there are events that happen that first-year students and everybody in general can attend during the year. So I was thinking of having maybe like an emailing list, or using the commuters forum and getting people to places by letting them know that they are available or happening. Yeah, and by talking to people and socializing and being nice to people.
All right, we have time for 2 more questions, and there are 4 hands. So I'm just going to literally go this way. Sorry to the people on this side of the room. So that means Adrian and Michelle.
All right, so from what I can tell, you guys have ideas on how to, I guess, capture community students who are coming in. But do you think any ideas how to get community students who are maybe in their 2nd, 3rd, 4th year, who aren't really involved in the community, to, I guess, find their way back in, get more integrated?
I would try and collaborate with other NCSE divisions, and I would try to see if we could come up with events that would interest people. So that would be very good. Also with polls, maybe, just general acquisition, and yeah, word of mouth, like that. Asking people's opinions.
Yeah, I have to agree. The main way would have to be through the mid-year reps and even the graduate reps if we were aiming to kind of contact them and bring them back to the new college community. Because as you know, it's going to be really hard to try and fish people back in. But just through working with marketing as well, just posting things everywhere on the internet around New College, that's mainly how we should get them.
So as I mentioned in my speech, if elected, I will plan to start a mentorship program so that these upper year students can have the opportunity to give back to their community by helping out newcomer students. So perhaps that's a way in which they'd like to get more involved in New College.
So you guys focus a lot about off-campus, but I wanted to ask your view about Chestnut residents. So they are a part of New College as well, but they are an off-campus resident. So would you be including them in your off-campus events? And if so, how would you be able to engage them to test? Like, how does them know when you want to walk in?
Well, most of the events that we call off-campus events, from what I understand, they're not saying like only off-campus people. All of you res people, you stay in your rooms. Like, we want everyone coming. It's just these events may be more suitable, like because they're taking into account that some people won't have the time. So in terms of getting Chestnut people into our events, we would just have to maybe put up a couple posters there if we're allowed to do that. I'm not too sure about that yet. But yeah, we definitely want to include them because there's no way that we can say, none of you guys, Chestnut, you stay there.
Yeah, I agree with what Sam said because I don't see anybody else as different from a commuter. We all travel. So I'm willing to go the extra step. I'll do whatever it takes to get people to come to New College. I feel like everybody should participate and create a good community that everyone can have fun in.
All right, that will be it for our off-campus.